Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes. Pieces is a form of art. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes.
Hello, friends. Hello, Kaz, my loyal friend. How are you? And the third must be Rock Jam. Let me see. You guys, shit's been real around here. Oops. Damn, 4 minutes. 4 minutes for me to say a curse word. Let's see. I want to know who number... Oh, wait. Chat says 5. My StreamYard says 3. Okay. Anyway, let's go, you guys. Alexi Trevizo. Remember the one that had the baby in the bathroom and killed the baby, and you know, right? We know who we're talking about here. Well, it turns out that she knew she was pregnant. Classmates knew she was pregnant. She even named the baby before the baby was born. October 50, I've missed you so much. Where have you been? You haven't even emailed me to tell me where you've been. Thank you, Kaz. What the hell? I just shared, and for some reason it's not there. I hope everyone is well. Okay, let's see if it's working now. It should be working now. Yep, here we go. So, y'all, wait till I get to the end, okay, of this. I'm just like at wit's end with this girl. I really am. Apparently, it's showing on live, but it's not showing up on StreamYard. Let's see, maybe this is why. No place good, hun. Email me. I'm looking at my live on my phone, and that's not what I see on StreamYard. Am I still here? Can y'all hear me? Let's see. Okay, so as long as it shows up for y'all, is it gonna, yeah. As long as it shows up for y'all, it doesn't matter if it doesn't show up for me because I'm reading another screen. So exclusive. She was a master manipulator. Alexi Trevizo knew she was pregnant and even picked out the name Alex for her baby boy, but hid it from everyone and blamed weight gain on birth control pill. High school friends say. Alexi Trevino, the New Mexico teen mom accused of her newborn son, knew she was pregnant, according to several of her high school friends. DailyMail.com can exclusively reveal. She had even picked out a name for the baby boy. She was going to call him Alex. She still can call him Alex. He was a live baby. He needs a name. Have his ashes, grandmother. So I hope his name is Alex. And she claimed she had on weight not because she was expecting, but because she had started contraceptive pill. Well, we have the toxicology report of the baby, and just wait until you see what she's taking. She knew she was pregnant and hid it from almost everyone, one former friend told DailyMail.com. She told me she had just gained weight because she was on the pill. Trevizo, 19, from Argentine, Mexico, has been charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence for putting her newborn son's body in a trash can beneath a plastic bag in a bathroom at Artesia General Hospital on January 27th. She is currently on $100,000 bail after a judge allowed her to return to school to graduate. So these pictures, I want to show you guys these pictures, and then I want to know if you think she didn't know she was pregnant. Alexi was a master manipulator to everyone, said another classmate. She had several friends, but very few close friends. One minute she could be friendly with you if she wanted something, then pretend you don't exist the next. The friends asked not to be identified because in Artesia, with its population of just 12,000, everyone knows everyone. She had an attitude about her as if she was better than anyone else. I get that because I feel like that's how her mom is. It was almost as if she looked down on you. She thought she was the best cheerleader at the school because she was friendlier with the cheer coaches than most girls. No, it just means you're a brown noser. Trevizo spent most of her time with Devin Fierro, her boyfriend of 3 years, who was also a senior at Artesia High School. The friends say the friends say talk about her pregnancy started swirling in November of last year when she would have been around 7 months pregnant. But she denied it to anyone who would ask, said a friend. A cheerleading coach even asked her if she was expecting, and Alexi again blamed her weight gain on birth control pills. FriendsDaily.com spoke with said Trevizo never confirmed to them that she was pregnant, even though rumors were rampant around school. We didn't want to get into her business. The last thing you want to ask someone who looks like they've gained weight is if they were pregnant, said another friend. But reflecting back, the friends say all last year Alexi wore baggy type clothing where in previous years she hasn't. And you see that in the hospital video. She's wearing baggy clothes. So this right here, folks, is Alexi and her boyfriend at prom after she has killed her baby. Hey, Jim. Um, Look at her short dress, you guys. Like, didn't she just have like major issues down there? Oh my gosh. So this is the proud parents of a baby that the mother just killed. Let's see. Oh, his name is Alex. Okay, that's the prom. Then this one, it says police evidence records list the decedent's name as Alex Fierro. So they did name him Alex. Hmm. Hey, you guys. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I am on my phone. For some reason, StreamYard, it keeps telling me phone from the internet, from the Wi-Fi. So I'm not sure why this is doing this to me. um, Rock Jim, what you been doing in that swamp over? I don't know what's going on. Um, this is so freaking embarrassing. I am going to get a, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. I'm trying to get on StreamYard. Let me see. Do you guys know how frustrating this is? Oh, it was swirling. Oh, soothing. I hope it comes back soon. This is freaking. I don't know what to do. I have a lot of videos for y'all. Well, not a lot, 3 or 4. And I don't want to reset it because I'm going to lose all these tabs. And I already lost them earlier before I went live at like 4. And I had to try to remember all of them again. So, did y'all hear about Madonna? Let me just tell y'all about Madonna while I wait for this computer. I'll just read it to y'all. Okay. So, Madonna, right? The other day, I knew about this, but I never said anything about it. Okay, maybe I need to restart my computer. I don't know, you guys. I don't want to lose all my tabs. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, let me try to hurry up. And I know I'm boring you guys, but guess what? I'm just gonna have to, y'all just gonna have to let me entertain y'all some type of way while I bookmark all of these things. And then I'm gonna reset my phone. I mean, my computer and see if that works because obviously I'm on the Wi Fi on my phone. So obviously there's Wi Fi. So we're about to see here. This one too. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it doesn't matter if I bookmark it, it's still there and it's still going to come up. Somebody in chat needs to come up here with me. I think so. That's why they have 4 people in here. Oh, somebody said in Laura's chat, I was boring. I know I'm not entertaining you guys, but I try to be funny. Oh, let me tell y'all what happened to me. Something happened to me. I was supposed to tell y'all, but I forgot. Damn it, what was it? It's not like anything interesting ever happens in my life, so I don't know why I can't remember it. Um, I do want to talk about Nevaeh and what happened last night. I don't know if any of you know. She went missing last night. Um, she was supposed to go to the Circle K right next door, get a drink, and come back before dark. Well, after my live last night, after the trivia, I went out and to smoke, and my mom's like, I'm worried about Nevaeh. And I'm like, why? What's going on? And she told me she went to Circle K and she's not back yet. So I'm like, how long she's been gone? Like, I want to know what's going on. So my mom told me that, she's been gone for like 3 hours and she was supposed to go right next door to Circle K, which she's done many times. She's 16 and it was before dark and she was supposed to return back home before dark. Well, we're freaking out. Her phone goes straight to voicemail. So that makes us freak out even more, right? We don't know if her phone died. We don't know if someone got her and turned her phone off. You know what I mean? So we're freaking out. My mom and my uncle go look for her, and we can't get in touch with her any type of way. So she was literally missing, right? I was freaking out. Lost Souls True Crime was live, and I went up there and I was like crying and like having a panic attack because I didn't know if, you know what I mean? Like, we live an hour from Mexico. Somebody can just grab her, and y'all know she's a very beautiful girl. Somebody could just grab her and be in a whole different country in 1 hour. And do you know, because she's 16, we cannot report her missing with law enforcement until 24 hours missing. So, I was live on Lost Souls True Crime. I told you that. And while I was in there crying, talking to her, and I was like, the only thing we can do is pray. And then my aunt comes in the room and is like, get off the phone with your effing bullshit YouTube friends and come pray with me. I was like, holy shit, I need to go. I was like, dude, like, so many people are going to watch this. Are you serious? And she was like, I'm sorry. I thought you was just on the phone with one person, like not on a panel. And I was like, so you still screamed at me. So she was like, anything I can do to make it better? And I'm like, I don't think so. But then I got up after. Anyhow, after all the hooping and hollering, Nevaeh walks in the door with her phone broke. So nobody can get it out of her what happened, right? So today I was sitting on the bed with her and I got it out of her what happened. And she was going to unalive herself last night. Um Issues with her not knowing her mom, and she told me last night that she was going unalive herself because she wanted to be with her mom. And so I told her this. I said, Nevaeh, you know how you feel without your mom and not being able to spend time with your mom? I said, how do you think Nanny would feel if you did that and we didn't have you? We would feel the same way you feel about not having your mom. And I told her, if you ever have these feelings again, to come talk to me, because I don't know if she realizes it or not, but the emotions that she's feeling of no one loves her, if she's a failure, she's not good enough, like, all those things that she's thinking, are the same things that happen with me. And that's why I lock myself in my room and I stay locked in my room and I don't talk to people except you guys because that's just it. That's how I feel. And so I told her, I said, look, Nanny knows exactly how you feel. Believe it or not. And then she started cutting herself again last night after she got back home. Um, so she has an appointment with her counselor again, and we'll just have to keep her close by, and make sure that she's okay. But she was going to end it last night, and I don't know why. And she told me today that she can't tell her counselor everything because then, okay, so her boyfriend in Pennsylvania, like everybody that follows me knows the deal. Her boyfriend in Pennsylvania told her that if she was to go to a mental hospital, that they will keep her for a year just because that was his experience, okay? Doesn't mean that it's going to be Nevaeh's experience. And I tried to explain that to her. She needs to tell the counselor everything, everything. And I believe that she needs therapy to cope with the grief of losing her mother, not knowing her mother, and not being able to know her mother, and also the grief from her father not wanting to be in her life unless it's beneficial for him. So hopefully I'll be able to get her into some kind of, you know, some kind of group or therapy or something for her to be able to. I know people are leaving, but I'm sorry. This is my real life and this is you know what I mean? Um so yeah. That's what I told her. I said, "Look, you're so young. You have a whole life to live, and it's frightening. It really is frightening. Last night, I was so scared, you guys. You just don't know how scared I was. I had a major panic attack. I just knew I was having a heart attack. My whole left side of my body was numb. And my chest hurt, of course, because I was having a panic attack. And you know how it feels when your head's just like boiling on fire? Like it was a really, really bad panic attack to where my legs were shaking, okay, and constant crying. This is how serious this was. We don't live in a little town like we used to live in Louisiana. We live in a huge city, like I think it's Phoenix and Tucson are the two biggest cities in Arizona. So, it's not like what we're used to back home. And so, like I said, we didn't know. It took her 3 hours to go next door. Hey, Sherry, good to see you. It took her 3 hours to go next door to get a drink. Oh, and mind you, I forgot to tell you this part. While we were in the process of trying to find out where she could be with her boyfriend has this stuff where he can track her. So her last known Snapchat location or whatever, we were getting that and trying to figure everything out. And then mom looks on the table and she's like, wait, Nevaeh has been here. That's the drink right there from Circle K. And that's the portable battery charger that she had. So she's been here. So now We know she went to Circle K. We know she made it back home. But now we have no earthly idea what happened to her. She's just not there. But she came back from Circle K and then left again, okay, for 3 hours. And then her location, when we got to her location, was like a little over a mile down the road. Okay. She was walking to go unalive herself. How old is she, Kaz? That's where my sister was when we knew she was missing. She wasn't home and she was supposed to be. And I just thank God that she came back home and didn't go forward with it. But she said she's really has she's having a really, really hard time not knowing her mother and not being able to ever know her mother. And I guess at 16, as she gets as she gets closer to adulthood, you know, and it's not the same. My mom is her mom right now, right? But that's not the same because my mom is her aunt. My mom is her great aunt and now her mother. And I forgot where I was going. She said it's not the same because her mother, her biological mother, means something to her. And not being able to ever get to know her is really hard on her. So I don't I don't know what's going on, you guys. So I should have done this while I was talking about Nevaeh. So she's home now, and y'all, I will tell you one thing. I don't even know what is playing right now, but I'm going to talk over it because I was watching Gordon Ramsay before my live, and it won't stop playing. Okay, thank you. Um, it's just so hard because I see her hurt, and her two older sisters know their mom. And Nevaeh feels some type of way about that, you know? Nevaeh! Let me see if she'll come in here. So she has no phone, she has no laptop. So when she came home, her phone was all smashed and stuff, like the screen. But it turns out that it was just the screen protector. 6 months before my brother committed suicide, he met his bio mom and said he was very uncomfortable, and he was 37. He always knew she. Well, her bio mom unalived herself, and she didn't know her before she unalived herself. Therefore, she will never know her now, ever in her life. And that's the problem. Dude, like he's still popping. Okay. Yeah, she doesn't remember her mom because her mom was always in and out of jail. And I've had her majority of her life. And so when she got out of jail the last time, the state took custody away from her. And yes, she does. She feels like everyone that comes into her life leaves, right? Her mom, her dad, my grandma, my dad, because we moved, her sisters. It's like the only thing she has left is me and my mom. And she fears, losing us. But, oh man, So you think that had something to do with your brother's situation, Sherry? I don't know. But her bio dad is alive. He's just a piece of shit. That's all. All right, you guys. Evidently, I have internet back on my thing, and now I just had to restart my computer. And I'm so very sorry this happened. You know, I was watching Melissa Jade earlier, and the same thing happened to her, but it was her Facebook. All right, let's see. Guilty for, hold on. Let me see how to do this so it doesn't squeal. Hold on. All right, let me do it this way. Hold on. Turn y'all volumes down. I'm back, y'all. I am back. Back in action. Oh man, this is insane. So I bookmarked everything so that I wouldn't lose it. So, let me get that real quick. Oh my gosh. You guys already know that Christy cannot go live without something going wrong, right? We all know this. So this is what I'm gonna do. Court TV went. All right. Oh well, this was the majority of her life. Like he hasn't even been in her life a total of a year, and she's 16. That's what kind of crappy dad he is. Okay. So, Car TV had put out today the toxicology report for the baby. Okay. Wait till you see what the baby had in his system, you guys. So while I play this, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the other tabs so that I can share with you guys. So here we go. And it's like 17 minutes long. So here we go.
I'm Vinny Politan. Get ready. We got a big hour here coming up on closing arguments. And we start with a story involving a 19-year-old. Okay. She seems younger than she actually is when she speaks. Maybe has had a little bit of a sheltered life. I don't know. She's 19, gives birth to a child in the hospital bathroom by herself. She's in a hospital. She goes in the bathroom, gives birth, then wraps the child in plastic, puts the child in the trash, covers it with more plastic. The child is dead. Now she's charged with murder. And we're all trying to figure out this case. Like, how does this happen? How she's in a hospital, for goodness sake. She's in the hospital. They didn't know that she was in labor. She didn't call out for a little bit of help. I don't understand it. No one understands it. Take a listen. Here's the charge nurse who was interviewed by police at the scene.
She had taken it and put it in the regular trash, and there's still trash all around the baby. She put it right in the trash can. Then she twisted it and wrapped it underneath him, and then set the baby in the bottom. Then she put paper towels on top, and then 2 wadded up trash cans or liners. They were clean on top of that, and then she placed a brand new clean liner in the trash can like it was ready to take trash. That's what I found.
So you said cold and blue already?
Cold and blue already. His temperature was like 95. No signs of life, no breathing, no respirations, no heartbeat, nothing, no movement whatsoever.
So her name's Alexi Trevizo. Now, we spoke with her attorney and long conversation with him. And it seems they believe that the hospital is responsible here for what happened. It's not a murder case. It's the hospital who perhaps, according to the defense, they may go this way, caused the death of this child. So we got to take a look at the autopsy results and take a look. The cause of death here was asphyxia, suffocation, strangulation by entrapment. Manner of death, homicide. How the injury occurred. Child was tied in a plastic bag. Now, in this autopsy, they said, yeah, there was air in the lungs. The baby took breaths. So how is it not murder? Well, tonight we're going to take a look at the toxicology report. I'm going to put it up on the screen. I can't explain it to you, but caffeine, presumed positive, morphine, 19 nanograms per milliliter, and we believe the morphine was administered by the hospital. Then phentermine, 420 nanograms per.
Do you guys see that? Do you know what phentermine is? Of course, we know the morphine was from the hospital. They gave her morphine. And the phentermine, we're about to find out what that is.
Per milliliter. What does this mean? What does this mean? I need an expert. Let's bring in our guest to help analyze these results. Joining us in Barrington, Rhode Island, board-certified forensic pathologist, Dr. Priya Banerjee. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm trying to understand the toxicology tonight. This is brand new for us. I spoke with the defense counsel. He was talking about the morphine, this 19 nanograms per milliliter. What does that tell you about what happened to this baby?
Yeah, so I mean, it's a complex picture. You know, we have to take sort of forest and trees. I mean, we're looking, the toxicology is part of the puzzle. Now, I think you're correct that the morphine was given in the setting of her back pain. That was her chief complaint. Now, that's still a therapeutic level. You know, what goes into the mom goes into the baby, right? So that's how we know that the baby even got it.
So is that, you say, a therapeutic level? Could that cause problems for the child? Because, again, the defense may very well argue that the morphine caused the child to die after taking 1 or 2.
That is her defense, that they gave her morphine before they told her her pregnancy test was positive, before they told her she was pregnant. Okay? So the defense is going with, she didn't know she was pregnant. Y'all gave her morphine. She had a baby. The morphine hurt the baby and is the reason why the baby is not alive at this time. That's what the defense is going with. What about your diet pill that you have in your system, ma'am?
Or 2 breaths, whatever their expert is going to say. Is
right. I mean, these are very complex cases, and I haven't even reviewed like the autopsy itself. With that caveat, though, could it have impacted a newborn's breathing? Potentially. But you have to remember that, like after a C-section, I received other opioids, right, for pain, and that breast milk was still getting into the baby. So I don't think they would have given her anything to harm the baby. Now, could it have impeded breathing? Potentially, but you can't ignore that the baby was very, very like carefully disposed of, right? I think her reaction and the disposal of the baby is the most horrifying part of this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, I hope it didn't have an echo because I forgot to mute myself. But, so everyone's saying she was in a hospital. It's a safe haven. Like, she didn't have to stuff it in the garbage can. I understand why she felt the need she had to do that. I understand why she felt the need to get rid of the baby. If I had a mother like hers, I don't know what I would do. And she was so afraid of her mother that she took the risk of concealing this baby like she did. And of course, she definitely tried to conceal him. She put him in a bag, put him in the bottom, and then she took another empty garbage bag and put it over the other bag. Like you open the garbage can and it would look like the bottom of the garbage can. And so if they wouldn't have picked up the trash to change it and they noticed how heavy it was, then she would have been okay and her mom would have never found out. And that's what her end game was. To not have the baby, to get rid of the baby. Of course, she has to have the baby. To get rid of the baby and her mom never know. But why did she name him before the baby was born? And why is she going around saying she was not pregnant looking like this? Please tell me that she did not know and her mama did not know that she was pregnant. There is no way in hell. No way. That's from weight gain from birth control pills, according to her. So she was taking those diet pills. Exactly, Sherry. You can't tell me that she looks definitely almost 9 months pregnant, right? How you gonna gain weight all in the front like you pregnant and not anywhere else? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Absolutely. And not calling out for help and not saying anything. That's a
Right.
big part of this.
Baby, I think, then she should have brought it out to the nurses, etc. But, that's where we get into the nuances of the case. Did the baby cry? Did it not? I do want to put out there, though, that the baby got CPR, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That's a very critical element to clarify, because that can artificially inflate the lungs or get air in the stomach. So you don't want to overcall that,
There is proof that CPR was never done on that baby.
She's already at the hospital. They're going to try to resuscitate a baby, not just assume it's dead. So I just want to put these little.
This lady must not be listening to the show. We just heard the charge nurse say that he was purple and ice cold. They knew they could not resuscitate him. So I don't know I don't know. I don't like this lady. I really don't.
Little caveats out there. These are not straightforward cases at all.
No, and I expect a huge battle of the experts if and when this goes to trial. Absolutely. I'm just trying to get a little more perspective here. Now, is it phentermine? I don't.
Yep, it's phentermine.
Phentermine, 420 nanograms per milliliter. Is that a lot? Should someone who's pregnant be taking that? Can that impact the child as well?
I mean, anything the mom takes impacts the child. You have to remember that. Now, this is normally a diet drug. If you recall back in the day, fen, that sort of combination that's no longer used for other medical complications, that it was part of that combination. So, you know, why is she on a diet drug while?
I was just about to say the same thing she's saying. You knew you was pregnant and you still took the diet pills. Did she think that in the beginning taking the diet pills would maybe make her have a miscarriage and it didn't work? Like, she legit was killing that baby the whole time with those diet pills.
While she's pregnant, it's probably to conceal the pregnancy. You know, I bet her friends or family asked, you know, you're looking, she's pretty petite from her pictures and even now, right? She's only 5 feet tall and she looks like a slim build. So I'm sure her stomach became prominent. Now, maybe she's saying I'm gaining weight and that's why the phentermine's in her system. This is available. I even checked before I logged on. Like online, you can buy it without a prescription. So it's a traditional diet drug.
Yeah, and what's not clear in the case is whether or not she knew she was pregnant.
Right.
And, you know, she's 19. Does she think she's gaining weight? So she's taking diet pills. And then what impact does that have on the child? What impact does the morphine? A lot of questions in this one. Dr. Priya Banerjee, great to see you tonight. Thank you so much for making a house call.
Take care. Good night.
Hey, how are you? So I have a question. I need to stop reading chat whenever I get back into StreamYard because I totally forget what I was going to say. I didn't like this lady at all. I don't know. I just don't think. Oh, let me see.
You know, she's 19. Does she think she's gaining weight? So she's taking diet pills. And then what?
Okay. So you cannot tell me that a jury will think that she wasn't pregnant. Will think that she thought she wasn't pregnant. She didn't know she was pregnant. If she sees those pictures. If they see those pictures I just showed y'all, there's no way the jury will think that she didn't know she was pregnant. Right?
What impact does that have on the child? What impact does the morphine? A lot of questions in this one. Dr. Priya Banerjee, great to see you tonight. Thank you so much for making a house call.
Take care. Good night.
All right, let's bring our think tank. Friday night, joining us in Atlanta, Georgia, family law attorney, law professor at Emory University, Randy Kessler. Also with us tonight in Washington, D.C., you recognize him, the attorney who represented Johnny Depp in his defamation case, won that case, by the way, in case you didn't see the end of it. Everybody saw the end of it. And fellow of the American College of Trial Lawyers, Ben Chu, is with us. And in Cleveland, Ohio, retired judge, former criminal prosecutor for Cuyahoga County in Ohio, judicial fellow at the National Judicial College, Gail Byers. All right, great to see everyone on this Friday. Sorry, guys, I'm going ladies first, plus the judge goes first. Anyway, what are you thinking here, Judge? This case, to me, especially after speaking with Alexi's defense attorney, they're gonna say it's the hospital's fault. The hospital. You're in a hospital. They know that she's pregnant. She goes to the bathroom. She's in labor. They gave her morphine. They're going to say that the hospital killed this baby.
And, Vinny, I think that that's wholly expected. There is, just as you indicated, going to be a battle of the experts in this case. You're going to have the defense that essentially has the responsibility of convincing a single juror that they should at least not buy whatever the prosecutor's story is. Because remember, the prosecution has the burden of proof. They must prove beyond a reasonable doubt every essential element of the crimes charged. And I believe there are two, the murder and the tampering. And all the defense has to do, if anything, is to find one holdout. And they will no doubt rely on that argument, positioning or transitioning the responsibility to the hospital in an effort to achieve that, while the prosecution must convince every single juror that the defendant is in fact guilty. Now, what I will say is, just as the doctor said in the prior segment, there's something to be said for this marriage of, criminal act and criminal mind. And there's going to be, I think, some considerable attention paid to the level and effort that was or allegedly taken to conceal the body of the baby.
I know what they're going to say there. She's in a panic. She's 19. Her mother's in the room. She's like, oh my, all this is happening at once. How would you react, ladies and gentlemen, if you were 19?
Okay, so I wanted to show you the pictures of her and tell me that she did not know she was pregnant. Let me see if this is a video of her cheering or just a screenshot. Okay. And then what happened? Oh my God, who is messaging me? And that one. And that one. Look, she don't look pregnant, right? There is no way you can show these pictures to a jury and tell them that she did not know she was pregnant. Like, come on, dude. What happened to the pictures? I don't know. But yeah, there's no way you can tell me, oh, that's for the arrest warrant, that she didn't know that she was pregnant at all. There's no defense there, in my opinion. Right? Exactly. Okay, so when she's sitting on the bed and she's like, Alexi, we talked about this. We talked about all the other girls that go to prison. Alexi. What the fuck that meant? What did she talk to her about? She knew she was pregnant. Yeah, of course. My freaking, I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. YouTube just froze on me and said, wait. Okay, here we go.
Alexis Trevizo in the
Do you guys have? I'm the charge nurse here. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What? 9 months?
Oh, okay.
Look at Al Capone. It was the taxes. We find some other way to.
Sir, what are your thoughts here?
So my thoughts are the video is terribly important because it preserves her youth, right? By the time she gets to trial, she's going to be older. She's going to be a mature woman. Who knows how long it's going to take to get in front of a judge and jury. And so that does preserve that argument. I think it comes down to which do you believe, that she was a scared little girl and acted, who knows how we would act, or was it a cover-up, right? That's 90% of our solutions are, look at the cover-up, look at Al Capone, it was the taxes. We find some other way to prove that somebody was guilty, right? Evidence of guilt, running away from the scene of the crime, the cover-up. That's the whole case. And I agree with the judge. You know, if the jury is split, she wins. If the jury is split 11-1, she wins. You got to convince all 12 that she was hiding something because she knew what she did was wrong.
Ben, what are your thoughts about the hospital here?
That there was negligence on the part of the hospital, but and that may be enough to get her that one juror she needs.
Yeah, and Judge, when I spoke with her attorney, he was very specific. He said about 45 minutes before she makes that run to the bathroom, where she makes a delivery, the pregnancy results were on the computer at the nurse's station. And it wasn't clear whether or not it had been read or they knew or didn't know, but they did a pregnancy test on her. So the results are there 45 minutes before she runs to the bathroom to give birth. What does that mean? Is this going to be enough?
I believe that is going by the defense attorney. He's also saying that the nurse knew of 45 minutes before she went into labor in the bathroom that her pregnancy test came back positive, but never told her about it until after the incident happened.
Enough to kind of shift the burden of who's in charge of this situation. Is it the mother carrying the child? Is it the hospital caring for this young woman who's carrying a child?
I genuinely think that from a defense perspective, it's absolutely going to be the responsibility of the hospital. And that is no doubt going to be the consistent refrain throughout the trial, that the hospital was aware. They failed to make their patient aware. So there's that duty of responsibility to your patient that the hospital is going to have allegedly lapsed on. And as a result, it set in motion a series of events leading to the decision making of an immature 19-year-old in a traumatic and heightened emotional state to make a snap decision, which some adults far more mature than that would have struggled to make perhaps an appropriate decision. Now, that's not to suggest that that is a winning argument for all 12 jurors. But what I will say is that I can absolutely imagine and see the defense making a really firm argument to shift this responsibility squarely into the lap of the hospital. At the same time, you're going to have a prosecution that says, just as the professor said here, that the video evidence is really telltale evidence. It shows an individual in what seems like an emergency situation actually grabbing a part of their body seemingly to prevent some activity, and that as a result of whatever happened behind those doors or that door in that bathroom, what was the result of that was a deceased full-term baby that made that person responsible for that. And they're going to argue that she knew what she was doing and she acted accordingly, and therefore that marriage of that criminal act and criminal mind is made, and that we need not establish motive. We don't even have to. We'd love to know the why, and we may never know the why, but it's enough that the elements are proven. That's what I think.
Well, I think they could argue the why is right in the hospital room. Her mother's right there. She doesn't want to admit to her mother that she was sleeping with her boyfriend. I think that's where they're going to go. We shall see. We're just at the beginning of all this.
Hey, so we know all of that, right? Let me show you what she is up to now. Bam! I can't make it bigger, but I just want you to know that her and her boyfriend suing the hospital for wrongful death. You heard that right, ladies and gents. Her and her boyfriend are suing the hospital for wrongful death. What do you think about that one? That's what I thought. Yep. So, evidently, Madonna had an issue where she had to be rushed to the hospital. I hope it doesn't play any of her music. There's 2 ads. Play.
They're small. Just go to eBay Motors where the check means a.
Okay, you guys. Didn't you just read that she had a serious bacterial infection where she needed to stay in ICU for a few days, right? Well, then please tell me how that's possible. Okay, maybe it could have been possible, right? But doesn't Narcan only work for opioid, whatever, which one it is, right? So please tell me how she was revived with Narcan for a freaking bacterial infection, okay? Somebody's lying here, okay? Hey, Avery. I was wondering where you were. So evidently, Madonna was allegedly revived with Narcan. Go away. Well, how do I get rid of this thing? Oh my God. Madonna was allegedly revived with Narcan before being admitted to ICU. Not a freaking bacterial infection. Stop lying to the people. If you want to be an icon and a role model, stop lying. Damn it. Just tell the people you freaking overdosed. Jeez Louise. Is it really that hard? I mean, come on. Okay, now we're getting to Mr. Rudy Farias. And Grizzy. Let's see what she has to say about all of this, you guys.
To post some proof. Hey, what's up with it, hoodies peeps? I'm looking all kinds of crazy. Your girl just left the forest. Let me tell y'all real quick. I'm right here where Rudy used to live, right? I want to just tell y'all, I'm about to post some proof. I'm going to post proof because somewhere in the news conference or one of the aunts describes when she would come visit Rudy to check on her mother, like the grandma of the family. she would be made to wait at the door, right? This is Rudy's house where he used to stay. So I just got through walking through the forest. Look at me, I'm all sweaty, friends. I just got through walking through all that forest, and I found a spot where allegedly Rudy was made to wait. Like whenever his family would come visit, because a lot of people are like, well, how come his family didn't see if he was out there, inside the house? Why didn't they check around the house? They would inadvertently, they try to sneak and see if they could see him. Well, I'm looking at my legs. I don't even want to show y'all my legs, friends. I'm covered in like thorn bush. A lot of that. I went through a lot of thorn bush. My legs are all cut up. I can show y'all. My legs are all cut up right now from doing it. And I just went through there and I found the spot. There's a lot of alcohol. Poor baby, man.
So did y'all see her legs? Her legs are all cut up to get information for all of us about Rudy. I love.
And was drowning himself out. A lot of alcohol bottles, some liquor bottles, rotisserie chicken, the plates where the containers where the rotisserie chickens are sold, takeout food. Like he would go back there and just wait it out until the coast was clear. Man, friends, that is so messed up. That is so messed up. I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna put something together in regards to that. But yeah, there's support there, and there's like a door. The back gate. Let me see if I can show y'all real quick. Hold on, let me show y'all. There's like a little trap door that would open, I think, open and close. There's two ways he could have went over there. Man, look at this. And I'm about to show y'all because I went through all this stuff. I should have went through there, but como pendeja, I went somewhere over here. It's a lot of thorn bush all back there. But let me see. Let me climb over here. See?
You guys, Avery and Sherry, thank you so much. Y'all gonna make me cry. Thank you guys. Are you joking right now, Avery? Dude. I appreciate this so much, guys. I really, really.
You see? You see? And there's a lot of evidence back there, which I'm going to upload because I kept getting a bad signal and stuff. So I got stuck one more time. I can't take it, man. Oh my God, I just want to curl up in a ball with my dog, man. Man, this stuff is crazy, friend. We can't make this stuff up. Woo. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to support that he would probably be back there just to hide it out and wait. I got my man. All right, friends, you need some time because like I even got it across my face and everything, friends. Like I have thorns in my hair and I lost some equipment. Does anybody know where I can find the piece that goes from this to my iPhone? I need to find that piece because that is so detrimental to audio. It's the piece that goes from this. One more time, let me show y'all. It's a port. I need a little port thing. It's a white one, or they come different styles. Red one too. I need the one that goes like that connects to here to it, and then it connects to the iPhone. If anybody knows, I want to buy it. I'll pay you. I'll pay double, triple, whatever. I just need to find it. All right, friends, I gotta let y'all go. This is so sad, man, because there is food. There's a bucket where I think he would sit. It's not like a carpet and chair the way everybody. I went all the way back to the woods because I didn't want nobody to say, oh, you might have missed it. I went all the way back and all the way, and they said it was behind his house. So yeah, I went all the way back there. Crazy stuff, man. Pray for the boy. Pray for him, man, because this stuff is sad, man. There's a lot of evidence to support.
Dude, thank you, Avery. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Avery's kids. And thank you, Sherry's fur babies. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. 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 Okay, let's watch the where evidently Rudy has hidden.
So this is directly behind Rudy Farias' home. Part of what we suspect is that when his family would come by, Rudy was made to come back here into the woods. And there is, while she would prepare and hide any evidence of him still living there, while the aunts waited outside because they'd come to check on their mother who Janie had. And so he was made to come back here, according to a lot of, the people we've talked to. And you can see like signs like big hands. You can see cranberry juice, just like even takeout, rotisserie chicken. Really, really crazy stuff. Oh no, let's see. All the trash, pee buckets. And man, I guess she was sending him back here every time family members came by. There's little bricks right there you can sit on, a little cooler over there. You can see everything. Look, rotisserie chicken. Like, hey, go eat outside. A lot of it up after I left, and I came back to show you. All right, I just had to hurry back up and come over here because Janie was just here a while ago, and somebody picked up that car that was always sitting here, and you can see that car in all the press conference. Toyota car. I don't know if they're selling it now, scrambling around trying to figure out what to do next, what's the best move, flee the scene, whatever. Man, that is just so crazy, friends.
Okay, now we have another one to watch. Let me stop this. We have one more to watch, okay?
Oh, you can turn it back down.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What is going on? Okay. Are we good? I don't know where this is coming from. Okay, hold on. Okay. You see what y'all did to me? Gosh, thank you so much. Okay, I already saw that one. This is the one we need to see.
Friends, man, come on, Dookie Duke. Come on, Duke. Y'all want to see? Here's reporting for duty. Everybody's always asking for her. Reporting for duty, and that's Duke. Man, yeah, friends. Man, so part 2 should be uploaded. We're gonna watch it in a little bit. Okay, I'm waiting. It's gonna come in with the neighbors, talking about what they were going through. So yeah, keep everybody in your prayers, even the neighbors. At first, I wasn't sure what the neighbors' role in all this was. Now I understand why they've been out there talking. They consider themselves friends of Dolph, aka Rudy, aka Rudolph. Yes, friends. So I've been uploading on TikTok too. If you want to go there, I've uploaded some stuff already. TikTok is easier to upload. Facebook is doing this. Like it's been like this for the last 30 minutes. And it's only a 20-minute clip. So the interview is 3 parts. The press conference was 3 parts when I was live. Then I had to record, and then I had to do a part 3. So it's in 3 parts, friends. How y'all doing? Yeah, your video keeps going out. I'm sorry, that's your internet, friend, because I am here at home. My bad. I had my internet off.
She said, that's your internet, friends, but it was her.
Woo, friends. Man, I'm in jammies now. Look, I changed. Friends, I'm not going nowhere. The hood news has been off all this time. I'm just, hey, Pulgoso. Hey, look at him. He's playing the guitar. I'm everybody's like this. In result, I would like to see just like Rudy start to begin his life, get help. He does want treatment, friends. Rudy does want treatment. I spoke to the lady who he's with. He does want help, but it's gonna take some time. Just let him process. Like he can finally breathe right now. Right now, he's like, he can finally breathe, and just keep him in your prayers, man. We'll figure out what's to come for him in the days. Everybody's very invested. Everybody's been praying for him, rooting for him to find his peace and happiness. And hopefully, everything starts working out for him and him redoing his life, friends. How y'all doing? Yeah, justicia para Rudy. Sí, claro que sí. This has turned out to be a dang lifetime Netflix movie. Yeah, friends, man. And I just want y'all to know I'm very invested in this. I hug with the aunts, and I love their family, and I'll ride with them. And maybe some of y'all get pissed off at some of my ways, but at the end of the day, it's all good intentions, man. It's nothing but love for Rudy. It's nothing but respect for him, and just trying to be the voice that he might need, like just the justice part, like to let people know what happened. you know, and then you guys make your judgment. You guys decide. Yeah. Somebody said 8 years of trauma. Exactly. Everybody wants to see, is he going to talk? No, I don't want him to ever talk. I don't think that's his thing that he's been dealing with. If he ever wants to talk on his own, that's going to be his thing, friends. But in due time, God is good. If you're watching this to the Theos, I love y'all. I had to leave because I wanted to hurry up and start uploading what I had recorded. We were sitting in a dead spot, but it's so weird. I feel like somebody ran interference on the internet because I feel like somebody interfered with it. If that's even possible, because I was just there yesterday in front of their house going live and we had no internet issues. We had no internet issues until all of a sudden today. I feel like somebody threw a scrambler out. Hopefully they lock up his mom. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, friends. Man, I've been eat, sleep, Rudy. Like that's my thought process. I get up and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, it's a lot. This is a huge situation. It's forever going to stay in my mind. Like it's profound. It's profound, friends. It's profound. It's something like, you know, we've covered a lot of those kind of stories, a lot of breaking stories. We've done a lot of that. And we've been through like Arlene Alvarez, Diamond Alvarez, Lil AJ, who left on an ankle monitor somewhere and never came back. And his family doesn't know to this day where AJ is. And he was on an ankle monitor. He was on pretrial conditions.
The guy she's talking about literally went missing with an ankle monitor on. Did they like lose all communication with the, if he would have took it off, they still would have the location he took it off. So I'm confused about that.
Whatever he did, that's none of our business. He's a missing person that had the story is so unique because AJ Silva, aka Lil AJ, left with an ankle monitor and he had to be home. He had a curfew on top of that. So when he didn't make the curfew and the monitor died out, somebody should have been asking from law enforcement, where is this person? He's got pretrial conditions. The pretrial people should have been looking for him. Instead, it had to be the family to put a subpoena on the ankle monitor records. And then they discovered that for almost 48 hours, his body or his person was in a field because there was no buildings, or he was like, it showed his ankle monitor was in a field for almost 48 hours across from the Alcoholics Anonymous page. Just the stories that we've heard are forever ones that are going to touch our hearts, man. And this is one for the books too, friends. This is one I'll never forget. I'll talk about this until my dying days. Like, it's just, man, we're just hoping for better outcome for him. And now he'll be safe and, you know, get him reunited with his family and people who will be able to provide and care for him and everything in his best interest. And that's it, friends. I understand, like, the state can pick up crimes. Like let's say somebody beats me up and I don't want to press charges, the state can still pick it up. So I'm thinking certain crimes can be picked up by the state. So I don't know, friends. Maybe they're building a case. We're always going to say that. We are always going to root for HPD on the Hood News. We're always going to root, like, I love me some HPD. And I'm hoping that that's the case, friends. I'm hoping that they're just building something this can't go without consequences. There's fraud. There's like some sort of coercion stuff. There's all kinds of other variables to this case. There's all kinds of different angles to, you know, hit it with. Yeah, friends. All right, well, let me let y'all go. I do want to tell you guys the video uploaded. The neighbor makes some shocking revelations. 2 neighbors go up there and speak without fear. This young man, he was friends with Rudy. You don't want to miss what he says. All right, friends, I love y'all. Go check it out. I just uploaded part 2 of the press conference. And all you TikTokers, that are I'm being rushed, not by the followers. You guys aren't you guys know me. You guys are not.
She was offering neighbors money to break into the house and destroy evidence. So there was a break-in reported over here. Did y'all know that a few days ago? She was attempting to pay neighbors to break in to take certain things out of the house and get rid of it. Talk about that, brother. And state where you live and who you are.
My name is Adrian Boone. I'm a friend of Rudy's. I'm gonna start off with y'all questions first.
No, tell what happened about what she offered.
Okay, so she called me. This is all facts. She called me 2:30 in the morning. I don't be asleep. Ever since this happened, I'm worried because he come in my house to my garage. She offered me $200 along with other friends. I'm not gonna mention them because they don't want to be brought up. Offered us $200 to go in that house and get some stuff for her while she at work. I thought to myself, why you offering me money to go in your house when you was just at home? To break in there. If somebody's in the house or if a neighbors, anybody see I go in the house, I can either get shot or arrested. I never had a background in my life. Never did nothing wrong. So why would I start now? Especially for money. I have my own money. I wouldn't stoop that low.
Why do you think she wanted you to do that?
Come again?
Why do you think she did that?
I mean, what would you think? To hide evidence, have us do stuff for her, keep her hands clean?
And then remember, she's saying break in.
Well,
why would she tell somebody break in her house?
That ain't all she said.
Wait a step back.
That is not all she said.
Wait, I know you heard me. It's okay. Go ahead. Say your name first.
My name is Keisha Ross. I'm the neighbor that discovered that he wasn't missing. She didn't just offer them to go into her house. She offered my cousin $200 to go in back of the house the day all the stuff went down and knock on the window. Dolph, I saw him. He used to carry a gun. So suppose my cousin know too much. So why would you call him the same time you call my son after you hang up with my son and ask him to go in back of the house to wake Rudy up? Because if he's armed, he can get shot too. Because you so-called told me, and it's on video, I'm the one that gave that video of her saying that the reason why she didn't want him to tell nobody who he was or discover who he was because the cartel was supposed to be after him. Then she's making accusation she left because we asked her for money. You offered money. You paid my cousin on Cash App $10 to walk around the corner and tell the neighbor that he don't know anything. You offered us money. You offered me money to say that I was lying, that I was talking to a so-called nephew. Ask your nephew, do he know me? Ask your nephew what's inside my house. Only person that can answer that question is Rudy, because that's who I always let in my house and let in my garage since I've been here. And I've been here since 2022. And I never knew he was missing.
Stay with crime she's committed.
Okay. So, Dr. Candace Matthews, I'm the National Minister of Politics for the New Black Panther Nation. We've actually done some research to the laws that has been actually broken. Miss Jenny back here, Rudy's mother.
Y'all listen to this really good, okay? Wait, do you actually gamble real money? Do you win?
And we find it very interesting that the DA has not picked up any charges whatsoever, because when you're dealing with this type of situation, when you have someone that is actually then gave allegations that has gave pretty much whistle blew on what has happened to them, law enforcement is supposed to act, and none of that has happened. So what we have is aggravated kidnapping, which is section 2004. A person commits an offense if he intentionally or knowingly abducts another person with the intent to inflict bodily injury on him or violate or abuse him sexually or terrorize him or a third party. So by her having sexual intercourse with her son, then threatening her son, telling him, if you go and say anything, then I'm going to go to prison or you're going to go to jail, that falls under that law, and that's a felony. Next one, we have sexual assault, Texas Penal Code 22011. A person commits an offense if B, a sexual assault under Section A1 is without the consent of the person or other persons if 3, the other person has not consent and the actor knows that other person is unconscious or physically unable to resist. Isn't that what happened with the drugs?
Yes.
Okay, I continue. Number 4, the actor knows that as a result of mental disease or deflict, the other person is at the time of the sexual assault incapable either.
I want y'all to listen to what she's saying, and then I want to know if you agree with her on what she's saying Janie should be charged with.
Of appraising the nature of the act or resisting of it. And then also part 6, the actor has intentionally impaired the person's power to appraise or control the other person's conduct by administering substance without the other person's knowledge. So we know clearly that was already reported to us through Rudy. Then Miss Jeannie, clearly we already know Section 3708, false report to a peace officer, federal special investigator, law enforcement employee, correction officer, or jailer. A person commits an offense if, with intent to deceive, he knowingly makes a false statement that the material to a criminal investigation and makes a statement to a peace officer, federal special investigator conducting the investigation. Then let's remember we talked about the GoFundMe that falls also under Texas Penal Code 3103, which falls under theft. A person commits an offense if unlawfully appropriates property with the intent to deprive the owner of property. B, appropriation of property is unlawful if the person is stolen and the actor appropriates the property knowing that it was stolen by another. And that comes out to be a Class A misdemeanor if the value of the property is stolen from $750 to $2,500. So that's the charge right there with the GoFundMe. Then we got another charge. It was also stated about the insurance fraud, correct? So if Rudy...
Okay, so I know there was questions about the life insurance policy, and this is my take on that. Okay, we know that Rudy wrecked her BMW. Please tell me how this lady can afford a BMW if she did not partake in the life insurance.
Rudy was missing for 4 years, then that funds go to the next of kin, which is the mother. So hiding him for 8 years, that falls under this insurance fraud. That falls under 3502, insurance fraud. A person commits an offense if, with intent to defraud or deceive and insure the person in support of claim for payment under the insurance policy. Also, part 1 of 3502, prepares or caused to be prepared a statement that A, the person knows contains false or misleading material, information, and B, is presented to insure, or 2, present or causes to be presented to an insurer a statement that the person knows contains false or misleading material. So those are at least 5 charges that she can have right now. Why is she still in this house? Then let's talk about the police officers with HPD, because see, the question still remains with HPD and the DA's office. So if families allegedly saying that they have people who she's friends with, well, if you're watching, let me let you know what charges you about to get when we flush you out.
I'm not sure how much the insurance was. Does anyone know? This woman is on a roll, and she's like, and let me tell you, if you friends with her, this is about what you about to get right here.
1, official oppression, which is Section 3903. A public servant acting under the color of his office or employment commits an offense if he, one, intentionally subjects another to mistreatment or to arrest, detention, search, seizure, disposition, assessment, or lien that he knows that is unlawful. And two, intentionally denies or impedes another in the exercise or enjoyment of any right, privilege, power, or immunity, knowing his conduct is unlawful. Also, intentionally subjects another to sexual harassment. Isn't that what Janie was doing to her son? Okay. And then also, last but not least, for the ones that's watching this, just know we're gonna flush you out. 3902, abuse of official capacity. A public servant commits an offense if the intent to obtain a benefit or with intent to harm or defraud another, he intentionally is knowingly, one, violates a law relating to the public servant's office or employment. So these are some serious charges that has been committed. So, Miss Janie, if you're watching, just know the hammer of accountability is coming your way. HPD and the DA, we know that you running for office. Don't worry, the hammer is coming your way too. Let us don't have these charges on this ma'am that's in this house. You're going to have a whole problem.
Broader question. There's been a lot of things said, inaccurate, accusations of lies, second party, third party accusations. Why should we believe you that you are telling?
I'll answer. The family wants to answer also. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Pauline Sanchez Rodriguez. I'm the half sister of Janie Santana. I'm going to answer that to you. Okay. Number one, I'm going to get into a little detail. Okay. But first of all, is there's some things.
I just tried to look for it and I cannot find it. And I'm sure they're probably not going to say it. I mean, he's still a victim, you guys. But before this lady starts talking, she gets on my nerves. And I'm going to tell you why she gets on my damn nerves. Because she want to be the spokesman of the family, right? And be the heroine and be like, oh, I saved Rudy from his mother, right? Okay. Where the hell were you these 8 years? I understand you went over there and checked on your mom and Janie denied it or said the grandma had dementia or whatever, right? You called law enforcement once. Nothing got done about it. You think your missing nephew is home with his mother and you only call law enforcement one time. Nothing is done, and so you continue on with your life. Why didn't you call multiple times until something was done? I don't like this lady. She might seem like she's the hero for Rudy right now, but no, she's too shady. They all are. They all knew he was there at that house, and they only want to say they called once and nothing was done. Well, guess what? You pick up that phone every damn day until something is done. So it's partially y'all's fault. All this is allegedly, in my opinion.
Things that can be answered, and there's some things that are not going to be let out until the right time. Okay. Right now, foremost important, Rudy's the victim. Okay. We got to accept his privacy and certain things that he does not want mentioned. Okay. We cannot call Mr. X a liar because that he's not. All right. Put it past a few years ago when my mom was alive. I don't mean to bring the subject. My mom rest in peace, and I keep saying that, but I told her I will bring this to an end. Okay, meaning I'm the oldest of the sisters here in Houston. Okay, I didn't tell nobody. I got involved, and I continue to do this until we see her get the help that she needs. Okay, that's all.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's buffering. Why are you just now making sure she gets the help she needs? You knew she needed help years ago. Stop acting like you're the top of the ladder because you're the oldest sibling there, sister there in Houston. So what? You're not the hero. You should have been the hero years ago. Is everything okay, you guys? Can you see me? Can you hear? I mean, can you see that? Can you?
That's all I'm going to say, because she does need help. Janie Santana. Now, when my mom was alive, our mother was alive. She was under my care, under home health. Okay, I'm not going to mention the company I work for. She was under care. When I would not hear, or our mom would not answer the phone, I got concerned. That's time for me to do a welfare check. Okay, because I work.
So did y'all hear that? She works for a home health agency. She placed her mother with Janie through her job, right? Her mother wasn't answering the phone, so she goes over there to do a wellness check. She knocks on the door. 20 minutes later, Janie comes to the door. We already saw his hiding spot. We already know where he goes to hide when people come over, right? All of this could have been found out years ago. And the family want to act like they're coming in now and saving the day and saving Rudy when they should have done this years ago. And I'm sorry to you guys, it makes me so frustrated.
For an agency, and the mom is under the state, and I'm going to come and check. So I come like the state does without notice. Okay. When that door wasn't open right away, I started thinking. So not once, not twice, it happened numerous of times. Finally, the door would open after 20 minutes.
You see why I don't like this lady? Not once did she go over there and take 20 minutes to answer the door, but 2 and 3 times it happened. She works for this home health agency, mind you, okay? That's why she don't want to say the name, because she knows she's going to get fired or something's going to happen. Really, lady? And you're the freaking hero? A negative.
Minutes. I'll watch. I put a watch on time, okay, because I'm on work duties. So when they finally answered, I got to see our mom. I did a welfare check through the agency. First thing my mom would tell me, Rudy is here. Rudy is here. I said, Mom, are you sure Rudy's here? Rudy is here. He's back there. So I walked around freely. I didn't see Rudy. You know why? Because I gave them enough time, or Janie Santana enough time, to get him to the damn back door and go into the woods. Okay?
And lots of times she always kept his bedroom door locked.
Locked. And nobody could go in there. Right. Because I even tried to open the door. She said, what you doing in there? I'm trying to check and see, make sure that this house is clean. Half of the damn time.
Okay, so Janie kept him locked in his bedroom, or she locked the door when he would go hide in the woods? I'm confused about that part. Or did she lock him in his bedroom, like with the lock port outside, not inside?
Time my mom was dirty. I hate to say that. Okay, filthy and burning herself because nobody was taking care of her. So tell me if I don't have a right to come in here and do a welfare check.
Okay, lady, you put your mother in that situation. You went in that house and saw your mother dirty, not taken care of, and you left her in that situation. That was your responsibility. That was your job. You are the one at fault here, ma'am. I don't care what anyone says. This is your fault.
Check. I did. Okay. Then I would call my family. Okay. But every time my mom would say, he is here, Janie Santana would come out. She's hallucinating. She's on medication. She doesn't know what she's saying. Okay. So what are you supposed to do? I have to expect her privacy. It's her house, right? So I go about my way and I put my little notes in my system. Okay. At work. As long as I did my job, I'm okay. It kept on, it lingered on, and it lingered on. And I kept telling everybody, I says, Janie is hiding Rudy. And I have to believe what my mom would tell us. Okay? I had to believe that because moms don't lie. Okay? And what stupid ass mom, excuse my French, is going to do that to her own child? As mad as you are, that's one thing that nobody should downgrade themselves. So this man right here, Mr. X, when I physically, and I'm not type that I don't give up. DA, HPD, everybody.
I'm about to punch this lady in the throat through the freaking thing. Lady, if you knew all of this, and you're admitting you knew all of this, why didn't you do something about it years ago? Lady, come on my panel so I can talk to you, please. Anybody know this lady?
Physically went yesterday because I'm not the one to give up. First, my son went in there to see him. He doesn't want to be on camera. Okay. He's one of my firstborn triplets. He got there. Then finally, my nephew agreed to see me, thanks to Grizzy. Okay. Grizzy's the number one. If it hadn't been for her, we wouldn't have come this far. This far and have Mr. X here. The only thing, as soon as I hugged my nephew yesterday, we started in tears. And I know him already from him growing up. He went to a Catholic school. Am I right, Linda? He's not one to lie because they don't teach you that. And he was raised up by my grandma being through him since he was a baby. He wasn't raised to lie. When I contact him and I more or less told him what Janie Santana did to you, you're going to be okay. So he more or less knew what I meant. You know, we cried, we shed tears. It's like telling me, yes, absolutely. You know, when Cornell, did I say Cornell X talked to him? He said, is that going on? So he nodded his head. He wasn't going to say it out loud. So do you expect me to call this man a liar? Hell no. HPD and the DA better get their shit together. All right. I'm sorry to say these words, but I'm a type of person like my daughter here. I'm going to speak the way it is. All right. So anybody, for your answer, it has to be answered. He will, what do you say?
The best answer that you could have got, she just gave it to you.
Do you have a copy of his life insurance policy, and would you be able to release it?
I don't have it. I believe that the investigator has.
Once again, my name is Pauline.
I took it off because whatever sound that is, yeah, piano sound from TikTok got me. So I'm not playing any other sound from anything else. Okay. Guys, that lady, OMG. That lady wants to act like she's over everybody else. And it was her responsibility to check up and make sure her mother was okay. Where she found her dirty and not taken care of. Her mother is telling her Rudy is there. She feels something's wrong. She calls the police. Mind you, 3 or 4 times she goes to a welfare check on her mother. It takes Janie 20 minutes to open the door on each visit, right? So, Hi, hold on. Oh, my TV can't.
The Penelope potted outside.
Okay, thank you. So, you guys, I mailed my TV to myself when I came back because I couldn't bring it on the airplane. It would have cost more than it was to mail it. Anyway, it was supposed to be here last Thursday, like 4 days ago, and it just got here today. I was like checking my tracking every day. I even had to call UPS. I called UPS Saturday, and I'm like, where's my TV, dude? And they're like, oh, it's in Goodyear. You should get it Monday. And I'm like, I better get my TV Monday. So finally, when I looked up the tracking number, it didn't say on the way anymore. It says out for delivery. So I just got my TV, y'all. I've been looking for it every day since Thursday. But anyway, so the lady, right? So she calls HPD one time and says that whatever she says, right? Her mother said whatever, I guess. I don't know. And they don't do anything about it. But you go more times and you think something's fishy more times, but you don't do anything about it. But you did your job, right? You did your job. You went and checked on your mother, right? But you have a nephew that's been missing for 8 years. And you feel something fishy about it. And your mother, who you say mothers don't lie, right? You said that. Your mother said that he was there hiding, right? What, did you not take her serious? Why didn't you call law enforcement more than once? In my opinion only. Oh my gosh, I was buffering for you this whole time. In my opinion, this lady is at fault. 100% at fault. If anyone's at fault, it's besides the mother. It's this woman right here. But as long as she put her notes in about her mom and looked after her mom and was told her mom was lying, but you just said mothers don't lie, right? So why would you not listen to your mother and actually do something about it instead of waiting so long? But you did your job, right? You put your mom in a home where you say you found her dirty and not taken care of, right? That's your job. That's your mother whom you love so much, right? But you put her with your sister, with the agency you work for. And I wonder if you put in your report, in your little notes that you made sure you took care of. I wonder if you put in those reports that your mother was found dirty and not taken care of. And you're a mother, but mothers don't lie, right? That this lady disgusts me. I hate every time. And she's the one that gets in front of the camera. She's the oldest of the sisters, right? Get out of here, lady. I can't. I just can't with this lady. Whatever. You guys, Avery and Sherry, I appreciate that so much. You just don't know. And I hope you all hit that like button for me, right? I mean, come on, it's free. You ain't got nothing else to do but hit the like button, right? Your chat can wait until you get back. I need that like button hit, you guys. Don't forget, Rock Jim, where are you? Are you in the swamp? Don't forget, you guys, we have the swamp membership. Rock Jim says the water is clear of gators. It's nice and clean, and it's cool for those hot days. Every day is hot. I went to go look for the pool, which is like 2 streets over, right? And I got lost. I got lost, so I have to go look for the pool again. But anyway, I know Kaz, like this woman, I don't know. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I'm going to get off now. I wanted to talk about more, but thanks to StreamYard, I had to get on my phone for a few. So, Adam Fravel, the one that's in jail for allegedly killing his baby mama, Madeline Kingsbury. I just read that he, something about a harder punishment. Let me see real quick. I'll tell y'all real quick. Oh, shucks. I was trying to put it in StreamYard. I'm going to just tell y'all this real quick, and then I'm going to get off. It says Winona County seeks harsher sentencing for Adam Fravel murder case. All right, here we go. That must have been the family when they found out from the press release that it was really her. Winona County prosecutors have called for aggravated sentencing in the case of Adam Fravel, who was charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder in early June. Prosecuting attorneys are seeking a harsher penalty on the grounds that the victim, Madeline Kingsbury, was treated with particularly cruelty and that Fravel should be held responsible. On March 31st, Madeline Kingsbury was reported missing from her home in Winona. Her body was located 69 days later on June 7th, wrapped in a sheet, apparently covered in wooden debris and partially enveloped in a culvert. Fravel reportedly left the body like this in an off-road location with signs reading Dead End and Minimum Maintenance Road. In the public file, the prosecution argues that in addition to particular cruelty to Kingsbury's body, Fravel also deprived her family of saying their proper goodbyes. Kingsbury's children, both under the age of 7, were left in a state of confusion and uncertainty as they did not know. Oh my gosh. I just got a notification that UPS dropped off my TV. Or why they could not spend time with her for 69 days before someone could attempt the heart-wrenching task of explaining to them that their mother was dead, it reads. Kingsbury shared her 2 children with Fravel. Fravel's next hearing is July 20th at 1:45 p.m. When they charged Fravel in June, Winona County prosecutors indicated that they may seek to add a count of premeditated first-degree murder. Under Minnesota law, a first-degree murder charge requires the approval of a grand jury and carries an automatic sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. So that, folks, is an update on Adam Fravel. The state of Minnesota is going to get his ass, and then when he gets in prison, some inmate's going to get his ass. And on that note, you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you all tomorrow.